Oh, yes, we get to do it again. Every week we get to ask a couple of questions of Father Eric Schild in a little segment we call Off the Collar. So he's going to give us his off-the-cuff or off-the-collar responses to 3 questions, and we never know what's going to come out of his mouth. First of all, good morning, Father Eric Schild. How are you, and how are things at St. Joseph Maumee?
Well, that's exactly what my parishioners say about me, too. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
We're counting on it.
Since you're one of my parishioners, Ron, I guess you probably, there's a reason that you said what you did.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
But good morning, gentlemen. Or let me say Guten Morgen. I'm reverting back to I took 5 years of German back in high school and 1 year in college. So Guten Morgen, that's the only thing I remember.
Man, you got to be thankful for that 5 years of German and all this. Well, never mind. Maybe you could have taken Spanish. Man, I'm just saying, maybe. I don't know.
Do you know the only reason that I took it? I took German because every Friday during German class, they took us to the donut shop as long as we ordered a donut in German.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, oftentimes, I'll be honest with you guys, it sounded more like a point and a grunt, but I got a donut out of it. Okay? And sometimes that's what you just need on a Friday morning.
Man, that kind of motivation for 5 years. It motivated you for 5 years. That's because, not for a semester, for 5 years.
As long as you can do it in an accent, you're fine.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. We're going to give you 3 questions, and they're going to change a little bit. They're going to graduate as they go. So here's your first question. What was the worst? Now, you have to think back a ways, Father. What was the worst?
I can't even remember what I had for breakfast.
What was the worst haircut or hairstyle you ever had?
Oh, so this is back when I had hair. So this is kind of fascinating how people with hair ridicule us.
Yeah, right.
Dave, you can appreciate that.
I can appreciate it very much. Yeah.
It's like fat people can make fun of fat people, but people with hair, people with hair can make fun of people with hair. But anyway, I guess I'll still forgive you on this one.
Well, thank you.
This was back when I first got to St. Jerome in Walbridge, and I was really starting to lose my hair, and so the barber would always use a number 2 on the sides, and then she would just snip with scissors up on the top, because the top was the problematic area, right? And obviously too much taken off it's not coming back. And so I go to St. Jerome in Walbridge. This is a new barber because I'm at a new parish. And I walk in, I said, well, my former barber would always use number 2 on the sides and all that. And all of a sudden, I just hear the thing turn on, and he went right down the middle of my head.
Oh, my goodness.
And I gasped. And he goes, what's wrong? I go, well, no. I mean, she only used the number 2 on the sides, not down the middle. And he goes, too late.
That's crazy.
Too late is what he said. And I was like, oh, no. And so anyway, that was just kind of a mess, you know.
Oh, I like that. And then you decided, it's not so bad at that point. All right. And Ron said the questions graduate from this one's not graduated. This one stays right at about the same level. If you wanted to win an eating contest, what food would you choose to eat the most of?
Oh.
Okay, you gotta pick one you don't mind eating a bunch of. Yeah.
So if I was going to eat, so I guess it depends. Is this something that is this a realistic food eating contest, or is this just one of those things that?
No. You're going for the championship. We know you're a winner, and you're very competitive. So you've got to pick the thing that you think you could win at.
So you know what I always go back to? I always go back to what movie was it? It had John Candy in it, and he was eating the old 96er or the old 76er. Do you remember the Caddy? No, not Caddy.
The Great Outdoors.
The Great Outdoors.
Yeah.
The Great Outdoors. And he was eating all the steak that was like 96 ounces, right? And then they made him eat the gristle too.
Yeah. I like the gristle.
I would choose steak.
It's steak. I like that one.
Steak, yeah.
I think I might go the same direction.
Some people, they want to do a hot dog or something. At least make it something good.
That's right. And you should do it for more than just a T-shirt,
Well, yeah, do it for the good food,
That's
right?
right. That's right. All right, question number 3, Father Eric. What is the most transformative spiritual moment you've had since your ordination?
Yeah. So I would say there's been probably a top 5, but one has been one just happened about a month ago, and I was at Camp de Sales with my high school students for summer camp, and there was an evening where we had adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. My most profound spiritual encounters tend to come in adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. So let me just preface it with that. But it was the last night, and I was pooped. I was exhausted, and I was not really in the best mood, and I really didn't have the best attitude. I was kind of ready to just get done and get home. And so this is at 9:00 at night, and they had me stand there with the monstrance with the Blessed Sacrament in it. And they invited people forward. They kind of, there's an MC who said, if you're looking for more faith in your life, if you find yourself doubting, things like that, come forward. And these kids would come forward, and they would kneel down in front of the Blessed Sacrament, and they would even reach out to touch the monstrance. And I would see the look of just desire and need in their eye. And I had the most privileged spot because I'm looking not only at Jesus, but I'm looking right through the Blessed Sacrament to them, to their faces. And I have to tell you guys, it was one of the most transformative things to be able to see them reach out for the Lord and to receive what He wanted to give them. There was one that said, if you need healing, body, mind, or soul, if there's something that you've gone through, come forward. And to see the hurt and the pain in these kids' faces, and then to know that the Lord was providing for them. What ended up happening was He provided for me in a big way too, because those kids' faith inspired me in a huge way and just left me really basking in the glory of God and the great gift of the Eucharist. And that was just a month ago. And so there's been a number of others, but that was the most recent. And boy, I got to be honest with you, it was profound.
Wow,
gotta love that.
Love it.
Thank you, Father Eric. Again, a couple of questions ahead of time, the nonsensical ones, but worth the wait for that third question each and every week on the spiritual side of things. Thanks, Father Eric. God bless you.